Okay, see, actually I have to go with Pedro Pascal.
Right, because he's always acting. Because you relate. Because you're always looking for sex.
I'm not always looking for sex. Sex is always looking for me. I'm just happy to be ready.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes.
Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
All right, so there's one thing that I'm kind of a little upset about right now.
What's that?
Is that hold on, there goes my security. So let me restart this so we don't even have that thing. All right, so there is one thing that I'm a little upset about right now, and it's not like you. So I'm looking for an explanation right now.
All right, I'm listening.
So when someone sends you a picture of food, usually you get a reply.
Yeah.
Man, he just let that go out into the ether. And I'm looking at this charcuterie board like, this man told me to send him a picture.
Nah, that shit looked diesel as hell. But I literally just woke up to I woke up, I gotta hit the road. And then I looked at it, but then I was like, oh shit, we're supposed to record. So I just I was fuzzy last night.
Oh, it's all good. I know for those watching right now, it's like, okay, it's back to normal. Chris is back in his studio.
Yeah, something like that. Being rearranged for the 16th time.
Yeah. I'm thinking, when you walk back in, you're like, where the hell is all my shit?
Pretty much. I'm just like what? Okay, never mind. Forget it.
Yeah. But so what'd you think of the food?
Oh, it looked great.
Dude, that's such a good dinner. Just making a good steak and then surrounding it with all these different little, accoutrements or little, fromage and all that other stuff. Yeah, it was nice. But then one thing I forgot to put on the charcuterie board, it wasn't until I was done eating, I realized I forgot to put the grape tomatoes or the little cherry tomatoes on there.
Oh, I saw that was like, what size steak was that?
I don't know. I think it was a 1 pound, a 16 ounce.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
Yeah, 16 ounce ribeye, and then a couple, little different salamis and cheeses and honey and all that stuff around. Yeah, it's perfect for sharing.
This is sharing. I mean, for one person.
I know you do. That's a single. I done seen chicken wings on your plate. That's a single serving. My mom knows.
The chicken wings. Matter of fact, what's the biggest steak I've ever had? It was a tomahawk, but I don't remember how many ounces it was. Maybe 40, but I could be wrong.
It's probably gonna be either 32 or 40. A lot of people do the 32 ounce tomahawk with that big ass the Flintstones bone sticking out the back. Bruh. When did we become a culture that just excess? Like you don't need a 32 ounce steak, right?
Stop. But it's fun to have. That's like saying you don't need sex. Since when? It's fun to have.
Yeah, I get it. But like the thing is, we're not out here worrying about not enough sex. We're worrying about too much sex with the population.
Oh man.
But I'm talking about with food wise, like the amount of food that's eaten and wasted.
Yeah.
Like I think the regular person doesn't really understand portion size.
I don't think so. And then, in my opinion, I think there's more poor people in America than there's rich people. So, So if you grew up,
go ahead.
I'm just saying, so if you grew up poor and you had to ration out food or whatever, dad got the biggest piece of chicken if he was in the house. You know what I'm saying? When you get older, you're just like, I don't got to share none of this. It's all mine. And, you fall into that trap of just eating and eating because you can, because you couldn't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think at my age, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, a good 8 to 10 ounce steak, sometimes 12 ounce is fine for me. I don't need one. I don't need one bigger than that. Like, just when you walk out all fucking slobbering because you got the meat sweats and you're just, I don't like leaving a restaurant, feeling like that nowadays.
Yeah, I know it's crazy, which I don't understand why this happened. But when I was drinking a lot, I could eat a whole lot.
I'm sure because when you inebriated, I want food to go with the drink.
Yeah, but because I would never eat when I was drinking. I always ate after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could eat like everything. That's why I always waited till I was done so I could max everything that was left over. I'm just saying.
You're like a vulture, bro, just scavenging off this shit.
Look, as soon as everybody was done, my turn, because I ain't sharing shit. You know what I'm saying? But but once I turned the drinking down, my appetite went with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird.
I get that. I guess your body is getting reused to like, getting itself, I guess, readjusted. So like, your portion sizes are probably better. Your nutrients, your body's just looking for like the nutrients it needs versus enough nutrients to counteract, the poison in the blood.
The poison. What poison do you speak of?
I don't know, but it was the gift and the curse, because Lord knows, like Corey said, that shit might have saved you. Yeah, Venom must have been like, what the fuck is this? I ain't never been in this environment before.
For real. Oh man.
Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, speaking of a crazy environment, this movie that we watched, I think, is just all about atmosphere and environment.
Yeah.
I think the setup and the plot was very surface level and it didn't really mean much. I think it was just like, put these crazy people in a situation and just watch them go.
Yeah, like there's no real script. We're just gonna give you a topic and you guys just go with it.
Okay, so you felt that same way. You felt like they didn't have no script, right?
Nah, not really. Like, they might have had like, okay, on this scene, we're gonna act like one of you's full of drugs. Go.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
Yeah. Well, the movie we're talking about is brand new on Netflix, and I picked it. I picked it because I saw the cast list, and there's a lot of like, big people in this movie. Plus the director, Judd Apatow, who's the same dude that did, 40-Year-Old Virgin and what is it, fucking Superbad and all that shit. So like, I'm like, okay, I'm expecting a just laugh out loud comedy.
Okay.
So with that being said,
oh yeah, go ahead.
The movie we saw is called The Bubble on Netflix. So did you like the movie? See this pause. Is this?
I know, because it had some funny parts to it, but at the same time, it wasn't nothing to brag about. You know what I'm saying?
I think I might agree to that.
I mean, based on my lifestyle right now, it was entertaining for my job. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting there, okay, watch this movie, and it did what it was supposed to do. But okay, you know what? Yeah, like I said, I'll just say yeah.
You liked it?
If I have to go between yes and no, then yeah.
If I have to go between yes and no, I'm neutral. I honestly, I don't really have a care for this movie. Either
That's
one
what
way
I feel.
or the other. But if I had to pick between a yes and a no, I gotta say I didn't like it. And it's not because there wasn't stuff to like about it. It's just, it was so loose and it was so unrelatable.
Everywhere? Yeah.
That I didn't really care for it. I was just like, okay, like, you tell me. It felt like a movie that was made for actors or for people in the movie industry.
Okay, yeah.
Because you ever feel like sometimes you're walking into a conversation, everybody's in on the joke, or there's an inside joke being told, but you don't know what the inside joke is, or you're kind of just left outside looking.
Yeah,
that's how I kind of felt.
Okay,
like, all right, can you give the people what the setup for the movie was?
I mean, it's a movie about a movie being made. That's like 6 movies in.
Yeah.
That clearly, what was it called? Cliff Beast?
Yeah, Cliff Beast. Yeah.
The title alone so that you know that the movie just sounds cheap as shit.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know. There was like the one-liners that got me. You know what I'm saying? Like when the director, what did he say? I'm afraid of fucking up. And he was like, man, everybody knows this movie will be fucked up. Don't worry about him.
I like how Pedro Pascal kept walking around like, hey, you want to fuck me?
Yeah.
Like every 2 seconds. He asked the girl, she goes, I'm eating, bruv.
Yeah.
He looks over at the other guy. He goes, no, I'm done eating, but I'm okay.
Yeah, his character was funny in the movie.
Yeah.
He just wanted sex. It was almost like, I'm not gonna say Tropic Thunder, but
I'll say Tropic Thunder.
You think so? Because I feel like
I'll say I think they tried to do what Tropic Thunder did, just not nearly as successful. Like, it literally said, like, it felt like they just, hey, this plot, we're gonna try to make this movie during COVID. So we all got to step into this bubble and, see if we can make this movie. And I think that's a setup. And they kind of just let everybody just, okay, this scene, we're going to do this, but, make up your own lines. Because it didn't feel like there were any like real like lines or anything like that. It's just kind of people just rambling.
Yeah. I mean, no, like I said, I feel like there was just a topic for each scene and let them improvise.
Yeah.
What was the dude that kept cursing all the time? The fat dude.
The one that got killed in the movie?
Yeah, we took off running and dove over the fence or whatever and kept running.
I forget his name. I didn't really have any attachment to any character, so I don't remember much of the movie. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, yeah, I feel the same way, but his vocabulary in the movie I thought was hilarious. It was always fuck this, fuck that, fucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then sometimes that sounds made up, but coming from a guy who uses fuck like white girls use like is kind of just how I am. It's real.
Oh man.
All right, so before we get into this movie, you're at home right now. So let me ask you, are you drinking anything?
I ain't drinking. I just walked in.
Okay, so you don't have, so what, you just got your trusty dusty water?
Okay. That's it.
I got me my Castle and Key.
All right.
I take maybe a half shot. I don't know if I care to do a full shot. I got too much work to do today. I'm gonna do that. So let me pour this real quick. But then today I'm actually going to indulge in a craft beer.
Really?
Yeah. So lately, I don't know. I think I've been coming around towards beer.
Really?
No, not sours. Like I've gone to the bar a couple of times and I've actually gotten like an IPA or a lager or something like that. And I'm not saying they're good. I don't think they're that great, but I don't mind drinking them.
Okay, so since you're like learning about them, have you found one that kind of stands out to you?
Actually, the one I got right now. One of the reason why I picked it up is because I remember having it. I forget where. I might have been in Tampa. I might have been at like going to a Bruins game in Tampa, and I had gotten one, and I was like, "Oh, this actually isn't bad." So when I saw it in the store, I picked it up, and it is the Golden Road Brewing Mango Cart.
What, like an Arizona tea from the gas station? I was getting look when I saw the back. I was gonna say, "Bro, that's not a beer. You know that's not a beer, right?"
Yeah, how Arizona tea is still 99 cents? That's what I want to know. Bro, they've been high 99 cents since I was in high school.
Yeah, for real. That's the only thing that ain't changed. The dollar menu even changed.
Yeah, I know. Now it's just it's not even the dollar menu anymore, right?
No, it's like the 2 for $3 or 3 for $2, something like that.
Yeah, it's like they have like different names for it, but they won't call it dollar menu. But yeah, so I got the Mango Cart. This is actually, I like this one. So
all right.
Yeah. So let's take a sip and then let's talk about this movie because it's just, yeah, okay. Cheers.
Cheers. I found it with you.
All right, so this isn't the first movie that Judd Apatow's made where they did a lot of improvising.
Okay.
Where they actually really didn't have a script. They kind of just had like a skeleton of what they wanted to do, and they just kind of let the people roll with it. Now, the only other one I can think of that they did it with was a 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
40-Year-Old Virgin to me is fucking hilarious. So why did this one feel differently? It had a lot of the same people, like crew, that worked on 40-Year-Old Virgin. Why did this one not nearly as successful?
Well, you got to think 40-Year-Old Virgin came out 2002, 3 maybe?
Yeah, early.
Okay. So thinking about that type of movie in that type of year and setting, like if 40-Year-Old Virgin came out today, do you think it would stand the test of time it did back then?
If 40-Year-Old Virgin came out today as the same exact movie that it is, I think it would have been. I think it would be successful.
Okay.
And I think it's because even though it was loose with like, again, you didn't really have much of a script. You just kind of let these guys riff and improvise. It felt like there was a lot more structure to that. It didn't feel like there was a lot of rambling going on. Whereas this one, it almost felt like people were just saying stuff in hopes of saying something funny.
Okay.
You know? Like in 40-Year-Old Virgin, like there was just, I don't know, it just felt like a lot of the talking was it moved the story along. I don't know if this one, I don't know if the story didn't really move along.
No,
right?
It's like they're in there to film a movie that's like I said, the sixth movie in the franchise or whatever.
Yeah, some people are over it. They don't really care to be part of this franchise no more.
Yeah. They're stuck on. They're in London actually.
Fucking good.
Stuck in a hotel. It looks good. Looks straight up pissed.
Listen, this one actually don't have that bitter. You know, like a lot of beers have like that bitter aftertaste.
Bite to it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I the first time I had a beer like that, and this might sound weird, but I was like, the aftertaste to it reminded me of jackfruit.
Jackfruit?
Yeah, you never had a jackfruit?
Uh-uh.
This is weird little Asian fruit. I don't know how to explain it really, but when I had the beer for the first time, I was like, oh, that fucking the aftertaste of it tastes like a jackfruit. It's weird because like when I talk about Blue Moon, I tell people all the time, when you sip a Blue Moon and really think about the aftertaste, it tastes like miso soup.
Really?
Yeah, just think about it. Like the next time you have a Blue Moon, just think in your head, all right, miso soup, and then take a sip and just focus on the aftertaste.
Okay, that's funny. I got miso soup in the cabinet, but I'm pretty sure it ain't the same as when you go to the restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You got the fucking, you got the what is like the fucking little packet.
Nah, the actual can of soup, miso soup.
Hold on, they got cans of miso soup.
Mm-hmm.
Since when?
I don't know. I found it in the store and brought it.
I don't know. I ain't never seen a can of miso soup before. I always saw like the dry packet and you just make it yourself.
I'll take a picture, send it to you.
All right, is
they had it right next to the can of wonton soup.
Is this a Dollar General exclusive?
You know what? Was it? Or what? I had to think because sometimes I go to Winn-Dixie and they got like all kinds of wild shit up in there. Oh. But yeah, I think this was Dollar General.
Yeah, they sell it next to the socks.
Yeah. Yeah, the canned soup, the socks, and then the baby wipes, all in the same section.
Yeah, and then the crayons is right, a couple aisles down. But yeah, so for me, it felt like this movie was too loose, and it was too much talking to try to say something funny versus actually being funny, or trying to or actually acting funny.
Yeah, because I really can't think of an over-the-top funny moment in the movie. Like, there were some funny moments, but not like I busted out laughing funny, just like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, do you have, okay, so 40-Year-Old Virgin, do you have a laugh out loud funny moment?
Honestly, I can't say I completely remember 40-Year-Old Virgin. I've seen it, but I can't completely remember the whole movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When Kevin Hart is trying to buy the stereo?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
because I want to say I've seen it when it first came out, but that was back in high school, and then I just didn't watch it again, even though it's been on TV and everything.
Dude, when Kevin Hart's talking to dude, and the dude's here, he goes, now you're being condescending. Let's move forward amicably, and we can make this sale. And he goes, well, first of all, you're using too many big words. Now, because I don't know what they mean, I'm gonna take them as a sign of disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale. And like just knowing that like it's just them just, hey, roll the camera, say some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I don't think there was anything in this movie that was that successful. Or maybe I'm just tired of the COVID jokes.
Okay, yeah, because this was a COVID movie. But didn't they have influenza?
Yeah, people got sick and they were just like, oh no, but it ain't COVID, it's influenza. You good. We can still get this movie made.
Yeah.
So yeah. Are you tired of the COVID jokes or just the COVID shit in general? That's why I get it taken off YouTube, but whatever. Keep going.
I mean, outside of COVID shit, right after COVID hit, honestly, because everything was COVID shit. You blinked the wrong way, you got COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been tired of COVID. And you said this is a brand new movie?
Yeah, this movie just came out.
Okay, yeah. So COVID started. 2019 was when it came out.
Yeah, like the big hit was like 2020.
Okay, yeah. So this is America. You know, we try to move as quick as possible.
Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, so it was making all these COVID jokes, but like, I felt like if you were maybe an actor or you worked in the movie industry, like you might laugh at it. But for me and you, I couldn't. I didn't really relate to any of it. Like being, I mean, I could relate to it because I actually was in a bubble working in TV, you know, during COVID and shit. So like, I get it, but like, it was just so over the top. I was like, I don't know. People were taking that. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I said, there was just some funny parts to it, but I don't know. It really wasn't working. I don't know. Like I said, I watched it. I had to watch it twice because I tried to watch it the first time while driving.
Yeah.
Which, you know, okay, let me change that. I tried to listen to it while I was driving. And
just tell everybody you got a lazy eye. So that was
I know, right? That's what you call being tired. But hold on, yeah.
Look at you. These are the distractions that didn't happen while we were recording on the road. Now we got better video quality, better audio quality, but you know, Chris's chicken just got delivered, so he's like, "Oh yeah,
okay.
Is it extra crispy?
All right.
If it's extra crispy, we good. But if it's not extra crispy, send that motherfucker back." You know what I'm saying?
I actually do got some chicken. Picked it up on the way home.
I want some chicken because I ate the entire fucking charcuterie board yesterday. So
look, this how fucked up it is. I walked in there, I was like, let me get the 8-piece. He's like, all we got is thighs. Perfect. Perfect.
Well, you say that like it's a bad thing, sir.
I know.
I'll be watching. I'll be getting a bucket and be like, man, how you gonna give me an 8-piece and 4 of them are wings? Like, come on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though the wings are delicious, but I'm trying to get my money's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so put this movie next to like Tropic Thunder, and they're both movies about movies being made. Like, I feel like in Tropic Thunder, there was a plot that you could follow because they're trying to make the movie, but like it's moving along, you know?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, there's friction going on between the characters. You're learning about the characters. This one, I felt like after 10 minutes, you kind of knew everything about each character. So you didn't really get a journey for any of them. Except for maybe the girl from fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, yeah. But like you said, I don't feel like any character had any real depth. Like you had the the co-writer that was on set with his wife. That they were divorced, separated, something like that.
Yeah.
It had an adopted son.
Yeah. And they were actors, but they had like they had an adopted son, and they were arguing over like custody or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you got the Karen Gillian, the girl from Guardians, who like she left the franchise in the last movie. And then she's coming back for this one. So everybody's like, hey man, like the fuck, why are you here? You left us on the last one. I don't know. Like I said, like as a person watching, I don't know if I relate to that.
No, I mean, like you said, it had no real depth to it. That's why I said for me in my position when I watched it, it was something cool to watch because of what I was doing.
Yeah.
But like, if I was sitting on the couch or whatever at home, I probably wonder why am I watching this.
Yeah. Well, okay, so again, like when I was watching, I was like, okay, this is Hollywood people problems, because like it's like Jamie Foxx has a joke about this where he's talking about how like when he started making money, all of a sudden he started like doing like rich people jokes, and he realized like he wasn't connecting with the audience because he'd be like, hey, who got that new Range Rover? yeah, the square footage of the house, man, that's just crazy, right? Like a regular person ain't gonna really connect to that.
Yeah.
So, you know, when I'm watching the movie and they're talking about how like, oh, this person left the franchise, so now they're coming back. And then you have like, we gotta do the fucking the what is it? The COVID tests in order to stay in this bubble. You can't leave if we gotta shut down the production for 14 days because someone tested positive.
Yeah.
Like the average person doesn't really know what that's like. I know what that's like. I went through it, but
true.
like the average person don't really know what that's like. So I don't know if they can really like garner any connection to it.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then this was, I mean, I know I keep going back to this, but why did it come out now? I mean, when COVID was, like I said, 4 years ago.
Well, because I mean, sometimes I don't know about you, but sometimes it takes time to make some shit.
True.
You know, if COVID happened in 2020, maybe they had the idea 2021. They make the movie, pre-production, all that shit. Got to get everybody's schedule online to connect. So, like, you know, by the time it gets made, it gets edited and gets done, it's like it's 4 years past. And if you're making something, it's like making a movie about fucking, I don't know, what's something like Y2K. Remember Y2K?
Yeah.
Now, if you made a movie in 2010 about, you know, how crazy Y2K was, some people might be like, I'm past it. Unless it's a good story, you know. I'm done thinking about Y2K.
Yeah, because it was like a big thing back then. Computers gonna shut down, the year's gonna change, we're not ready for this.
Yeah.
And then ain't shit happened, but ramen noodles went up on like 20 cents.
Bro, they thought the world was gonna fucking like flood. They thought California was gonna break off and float towards fucking Hawaii. I was like, don't y'all know how, like, the US, it's not an island. When if California broke off, it can't break off like that. It would, I don't know.
Okay, and think about this. Okay, now on that subject, how old were you in 2000? When that, like, okay,
2000,
I want to say I was 17. So I was a freshman in high school, so I had to be
14.
15.
15. How many times you stayed back?
None. I just had a delayed education. No, I'm joking. Oh,
that's what you get for going to Sabbath.
I was a beaver, damn it. Oh man.
No, I know. So I graduated when I was 17, turning 18, which was 2001. That's the only reason why I know my age at that time. But
let's see, I graduated the same way, 17 turning 18. But
yeah, but I was 13 turning 14 in high school, like in my freshman year. Like, how are you 15, bro?
I mean, no, like I said,
Kennedy didn't. You didn't do shit at Kennedy, probably.
No. Hold on. You was the one in the little rejected house on the side, not me.
So I made it out. I was the exception. I was in the little rejected house, but I was like, hey, like I was that shining beacon of light in the middle of all that dark.
Okay, but no. Okay, see, now I'm confused because okay, maybe I was 14. I don't know. I just know I count the years of grade I was in. Like 1999, I was in 9th grade. Going into 10th, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
so what, 99 to 2000?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was 98 to 99 when I was a freshman.
Okay, gotcha. So but no, I'm saying I remember hearing everything about Y2K and as a 14-year-old and in church and
sit back a little.
Oh my bad, religion, all that good shit.
Yeah.
I'm scared as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, the world is really gonna end. Like, people won't get paid. No more food stamps. What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you.
Food stamps.
Look, I was like, think about this. Think about where you was at that time, and it was everywhere. Like, you really thought at that age, for me, the world was gonna end. You know, my mom said at the time, man, shut your dumb ass up. The world ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
All right, for anyone who's young listening to this, Y2K was in 2000. You know, from 99 to 2000, the computers were supposed to switch over, and supposedly they weren't set up in a way to, like, you know, when it switched over, it was supposed to fuck up all the fucking computers, and like everything would just mess up so that like we'd lose all this power and all this shit. So everybody was loading up on fucking toilet paper and water. Why is toilet paper the first thing to go? Motherfucker, we got leaves. Especially in Florida, bro. In Florida, like, anytime anything happens in Florida and they're like, yo, they stock up on toilet paper, but yeah, motherfucker, yeah, banana plants outside. Just grab a leaf and go.
Man, people don't know how to survive no more.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Well, yeah, if the apocalypse is happening in a week, what's the first thing you're hoarding besides being a whore?
The apocalypse happened a week was the first time I'm going to get?
Yeah, what's the first thing you're gonna fucking stock up on besides pussy juice?
Get out of here, dude. You
stuck his head in like, I heard that.
Oh man. Oh, that part of the video, that's going to be hilarious. Okay. I
don't know, that shit's so funny. Oh shit. All right, yeah. What's the first thing you're stocking up on if if the apocalypse is coming?
Honestly, probably water and ravioli.
Water and ravioli.
I mean, if
you can eat the ravioli straight out the can.
Oh, yeah, you can.
You can cook it on your engine. You good?
Yeah, Oh man, yeah. I'm just saying, like, desperate times, desperate measures. You know what I'm saying? But
I think I'm doing water and beef jerky.
Really?
Yeah, because beef jerky can last.
So, okay.
One package of beef jerky is like 20 grams of protein.
And
that motherfucker will last. You put that on your shelf or just leave it.
Okay. So you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
I just feel like canned goods are more important. Like, I get canned tuna, ravioli, chicken noodle soup.
But how good is a canned good if you ain't got a can opener?
So you got a knife, don't you? A screwdriver?
What I'm saying, beef jerky, you can just tear the motherfucker open. You got the Lord made your fucking can opener with the teeth.
Okay, let's do the math here. A little 8-ounce bag of beef jerky is $15.99. You can get 14 cans for 99 cents each. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'll give you that.
No,
when you're talking about financial, okay, I'll give you that.
There's definitely a difference in quality of food if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah.
If you try to survive.
Yeah. I'd be tired of chewing all the jerky because some of that shit is just fucking, you just gnawing on that shit like it's fucking leather. Oh,
shit.
Give me a sec. I gotta go take a piss.
It could be worse than me. Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? We are here at Sarah and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast, talking about the bubble, talking about the world ending. For us old heads that was around in the year 2000, thinking the world was going to end, and obviously it didn't. For young people that COVID hit like a few years ago and everything changed and social media took off and TikTok and all the other crazy shit. I mean, yeah, I don't know. What would y'all grab? What's the first thing y'all would go for if you know for a fact the world is ending? Shit. I might get on the boat and just try to get to an island. Take me a couple of fishing poles and just make it work. As long as I got a waterfall, it's fresh water. You know what? I just might do that. If the world was ending, I'm going to the mountains in Tennessee where the water's always running.
Okay, I can agree to that.
You got fresh water. I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna eat out there. I might be bird hunting or something, but
I know you could be hunting black bears and all that like random shit out in the mountains.
Hell yeah.
All right, so okay, so this movie had a lot of stars in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It had like, okay, Pedro Pascal, who's in The Mandalorian, Last of Us, all that shit. Gillian, I don't know her last name, but she plays the fucking the android, whatever girl in Guardians.
Yeah.
Then you had fucking the dude from X-Files.
From X-Files?
Yeah, David Duchovny.
Fucking
yeah, Mulder. That's Mulder from X-Files.
Okay.
And then you had Leslie Mann, who played his wife, the writer, whatever. But that's actually the director. I think that's Judd Apatow's wife, the director.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in tons of movies. But like, was there any of these characters that you like connected with?
Nah.
You ever met anybody like that in real life? Any one of those people? That's to me, that's part of the reason why it was hard to like. I felt like some of their problems was hard to connect with because they felt like caricatures.
You and that damn word.
You don't know what a caricature?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. It's just funny.
No, I'm just saying they felt like you hear about Hollywood people, but if you don't actually know any Hollywood people, you don't know how kind of crazy they are. So it's like you're watching and you're like, oh, this must be how Hollywood people are because I've never actually met one in real life.
When they say Hollywood is Hollyweird.
Yeah. And the movie itself kind of like plays into that. how nutty these people are. If you put them in a place for months on end to try to make this movie, they start going nuts.
And then you got the ones that think they deserve more. Like what's the name? Talking about, I need a bigger room.
Yeah.
in the balcony.
What about the TikTok girl? Like, there was a girl they brought in because, okay, she's famous on TikTok or like she's making videos, so they bring her into the movie, and like all of a sudden they randomly have her making TikTok dance videos with these people.
Yeah,
that's, to me, that was where I was like, oh, I don't think they had a script for this movie.
There's
no way in hell they wrote that into the script. And at this point, we're gonna cut to a TikTok video, right?
I mean, if they didn't have a script for this movie, I'd actually okay. If they didn't, then I would say kudos to them just creating the shit off their top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, granted, not everybody can do that. It's like improv. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to be able to just come up with that and let the movie like trust your instincts and stuff enough to put that out there and then put the movie out there. Okay.
But with that being said, again, like, these are the same people that did 40-Year-Old Virgin. And like, I think 40-Year-Old Virgin, again, had the same concept where they kind of had an idea what they want to do, but they kind of just let the actors like riff. Why was that more successful than this, in my opinion?
Okay, now I don't know this for sure, but was that Steve Carell's first? Well, maybe not first acting gig, but like his breakout role.
That definitely was. Well, no, I think his breakout role was The Office, but that might be his breakout role in movies.
I thought The Office came after that movie.
I want to say that. I want to say it came out around the same time.
Okay,
like he was on The Office. The Office hadn't blown up yet, but like The Office and 40-Year-Old Virgin kind of just hit at the same time. But I think 40-Year-Old Virgin's what shot him up to where he kind of ended up leaving TV and doing more movies.
Okay.
But I feel like that movie, it felt like it moved along at a better pace. I felt like the story was a little more like not just easy to follow, but a little more
it had a topic. The topic was a 40-year-old virgin. Like that joke still lasts today. We may or may know. It's never been confirmed or denied, so I can't say. You know what I'm saying?
We can relate to that subject.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It felt like in that movie, and you tell me if I'm overthinking it. It felt like in that movie, there was a lot more. I don't want to say physical comedy, but a lot more comedy where it moved the plot along. Where it felt like in this movie, the comedy was, hey, just go say something and let's hope it's funny.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there was no real funny moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was just like funny parts to it, but not like, remember this one part, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, like for instance, when Pedro's character caught a heart attack and the black dude starts beating his chest, he said he has a heart attack. We must attack it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like over the top funny, but it was a funny line at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
So again, okay, so it's funny, right? But to me, that's like, it's over the top to the point where I'm like, it just doesn't feel, it don't feel real. Let it be funny in a way that still is like, okay, so that same scene in Dumb and Dumber was funny as hell when fucking Jim Carrey, when they gave the motherfucker all the hot peppers.
Okay.
And he said that he spits out all the fucking burger and he's trying to give him mouth to mouth. And that dude's like, nah, just like holding him back. He's like, he's resisting me.
Okay, yeah. Okay. I had to think for a minute.
Yeah, same scene, but like I feel like it was funnier in Dumb and Dumber because everybody was kind of within character. They weren't searching for the funny because what they were doing was funny. Whereas this one, it felt like just ramble, just talk, and hopefully something funny shows up.
You picked it.
I thought.
Okay, let me ask you, why did you pick it?
Because I saw the cast. I saw the cast. I saw the director, and I was like, "It's got to be good."
Okay, so with that being said, fuck you twice because you said the same about me Valentine's Day. I was like, I saw the cast. I thought it was good. Oh man.
Yeah, but the difference is, you out here finding fucking lovey-dovey movies, and I'm here trying to laugh.
No, it was around the holiday. I just found a movie. It was like fitting. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I saw. I was like, okay, Pedro Pascal, Gillian Anderson. I think not Anderson. Whatever. Gillian. I don't know her name, but whatever. The amount of people that were in the movie, and Keegan Michael K. Whatever.
Yeah. I thought it was Keegan Michael Key. I don't know.
I think maybe it's Keegan Michael Key because it's Key and Peele. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With all these people, I was like, okay, so all these people plus Judd Apatow, this has got to be like a funny movie. And once I saw the COVID fucking setup, I was like, really? A COVID movie?
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Out of all the characters in the movie, which one do you feel like acted the best for the funny? I got one that I'm gonna say, but I want to see who you go with.
I like the fucking I like the what are they, the productions assistants, or it was the black girl and this really skinny looking white dude.
Yeah.
I like them because they were kind of like they kind of played it straight. They didn't kind of go for the funny, but then they were kind of over everyone's shit.
Okay. See, I have to go with Pedro Pascal.
Right, because he's always because you relate, because you're always looking for sex.
I'm not always looking for sex. Sex is always looking for me. I'm just happy to be ready. but no, like for instance, when the girl was
sex is always looking for me.
There's a difference, you know what I'm saying? I just happen to be willingly accepting it. Like, hey, okay, sure.
All right.
Like what I call it doing the Lord's work. The Lord blessed us to
the Lord is my shepherd, and He points me towards these fields.
Oh man. But no, when the girl was doing the dance with the dinosaur, and he's just a horny prick through the whole movie. He's like, oh, now I know what to do. So it's like, if that was his character to be like the horny guy, I think he played it the best out of everybody in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you didn't. Okay, so you didn't like what I would say I think is the main character, which is the girl from Guardians, where she shows up and then like her relationship is falling apart. She decided to go do a movie.
No, that was some funny parts when she's talking to her boyfriend. She's like, "Are your girlfriend in my bed at my house?" He said, "Whoa, I'm house set for free. Be thankful."
Like, oh, remember the waitress? You're like, oh, you're fucking the waitress? Oh, don't say it like that. Like,
oh man.
Oh, and then he turned around and goes, say bye to whatever her name was. He goes, who's Karen, the little kid? Oh. And I think she was the main to me, she was like the central character in the story. She kind of went through the biggest character arc, where she was a girl who, thought she outgrew the franchise. And then I almost felt like she was running back to the franchise because whatever she went and didn't work out. And now she's got to deal with the ramifications of it.
She played that Middle Eastern movie where she was supposed to be like Italian and Middle Eastern at the same time and wasn't neither.
When I saw how they did it, like she says, oh yeah, I was in the movie. And then it cut straight to it. I was like, oh, they're doing that shit like Family Guy.
Okay. That was the only scene though that they did that in.
Yeah. So to me, that kind of felt out of place.
Okay.
After I watched the movie, I was like, why? I thought they were going to do that with the rest of the movie, and they didn't. But yeah, I don't know. I really, I don't know how. Man, this movie should have been better than it was. But again, maybe I'm just over this fucking COVID shit. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Or that. I mean, but like you, I gotta agree with that. There was no real plot to it besides them trying to make a movie, but being held against the wall. Like, oh no, didn't they shoot off old girl's hand?
Yeah.
like how they go from trying to make a movie about some cliff beast to fucking G.I. Joe? You know,
she's running with the laser. We can't let these people escape. Like, come on, that's a little too over the top.
Yeah, being held hostage to film a movie.
Yeah, And then they have fucking Beck come and do like a concert so that they
yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're all dancing.
It's like, I heard you guys are feeling down, so with these funky tunes.
If you was feeling down, and like if you was in a work situation like that, you're feeling down, who was the one person they could bring in to do a concert and you're like, all right, yeah, my spirits are up?
The one, DMX.
No, fuck out of here. You Luther Vandross.
In a setting like that, nah, it's got to be somebody that if I'm in a setting like that with a bunch of different people, with different backgrounds, it's got to be an artist that everybody's cool with.
Yep.
Like maybe I would say maybe Ed Sheeran.
Bro, I love me some Ed Sheeran. Like,
I mean,
he's one of my favorite artists out there. So
I mean, because you got to think about like imagine sitting there in that setting and they're like, okay, well we got Ed Sheeran here to perform. First I'm like, what the fuck, Ed Sheeran? And then he might start singing, but okay, it's Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want to put out the baby. You'd be like, I don't know if I listen to this kind of music.
Real. Oh man.
Yeah. Okay, so like again, I compared this movie to like Tropic Thunder because I was like, it's a movie about making a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think the thing with Tropic Thunder was there was an actual like plot and you saw growth between every character. Whereas as this one, you didn't really see much growth from the characters. They just kind of got to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And so I think that to me, that's where I lost interest in the movies because I didn't find what they were doing funny. So, if I don't have a story to follow or if I don't have a character to latch onto and then I don't find what they're doing funny, now I'm just kind of watching it and hoping something happens.
Okay. See, and with that being said, which is what I was trying to say earlier before I got cut off by pussy juice. When I said I was trying to listen to the movie while I was driving, that's why I probably couldn't because I figured I had to watch the movie because of how quick it kept changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I have this theory, and this isn't about the movie. This is about you, Christopher Brown.
Oh, wow. You said, wow. You just, wow.
Government name. So I think one of the reasons why you might not have connected with this movie is because 99.9% of the time you're looking for a deep message or something that can elicit a deep thought in your brain. And I'll be honest, I don't think there was one line in the movie that could.
No. And as much as I want to talk shit about that, I actually had to accept that about myself, like maybe like 3 weeks ago.
What you just you look a little too deep into the movie sometimes?
Yeah, because I actually want to know like what the artist of the movie was thinking when they were producing when they wrote it, when they directed it. Yeah. Like, okay, you might have came off with this phrase with this setting, but not knowing that the way the sunlight was and the wind, like it all matched up perfectly to mean something different. But
what were you watching, or what was it that made you come to that realization? Well, looking The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Yeah, it was the double-eyed fish. And I was like, wait a minute, that means something.
What he's trying to say is, we all double-eyed, and we gotta look at ourselves in the mirror.
Oh man, no, I think I just realized, like you said, when I watch a movie, like if it's portrayed as funny, then I'm expecting to laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same with the movie we watched a couple weeks back, Exorcist or whatever.
Pope's
like Exorcist? You said, yeah, like you were expected to be scared.
Yeah.
Same thing when we did A Haunting in Venice. A Haunting in Venice wasn't shit haunting about it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's another movie. It was more of a murder mystery than it was a haunting.
Yeah. So but yeah, I did realize about me. I do always look for something I can learn from the movie.
Yeah.
Like I want to learn something, or I want to think about something differently than I thought about before.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
and I'm guilty of it. I would say that.
I like that because a lot of times, like when I walk out of a movie, generally, I can usually find something I can latch onto where I'm like, this aspect of the movie really made me think. No matter how childish or how rudimentary the movie is, it's usually there's something that'll elicit some deep thought.
Yeah.
And this one, it felt super just surface level.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a movie about COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how many movies have we had about COVID?
I don't know. I think it's I don't know if it's just the world is over the idea of going into a bubble and trying to like create something, or just like I don't know, just pulling yourself away and just being in solitude like that. But I also think most of the world just can't fucking relate to it, because most of the world, it's like, when they sat in fucking solitude, they just talked to family, played video games. Like, they didn't. I don't know how many people actually went crazy. Like these people kind of did when they were in a bubble.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I think a lot of rich people lost their mind. Us poor folks just like, yo, this is a typical Tuesday.
Yeah.
We staying in the house trying to fix the bunny ears.
Like, we ain't got well, I ain't got money to go out, so I'm just sit here and look, count raindrops.
Look, I know in your household, they what? Are we guys rice? Being that shit since I was born, that's nothing new.
Hold on, completely off subject. I found out some shit the other day that made me think twice about what my favorite cereal is. Let me take a sip, because I'm about to blow your mind right now.
Okay.
So I love Fruity Pebbles. I think Fruity Pebbles are fucking delicious.
Okay.
Did you know that Fruity Pebbles are made from white rice? Yeah. What they do is they pour the rice into the fucking thing, whatever, and then they I think they steam it, they cook it, they do something, and like they dye all the pieces like different colors, whatever, and then it goes through like a fucking kind of like a fucking a rolling pin or whatever that flattens it all out.
Yeah.
And then they puff it up, and then that's Fruity Pebbles.
Seriously?
Yeah.
See, that you're gonna get rice one way or another,
bro. Yeah. See, me and the Flintstones, we know what the good shit. Tomahawk steaks and rice.
I was gonna say a punchline, but I don't want to put that out here on the World Wide Web.
Like, some rice can use a little bit of color. That's all.
So you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I know exactly.
That's a damn fucking shame. Oh shit. Okay.
Bro, this conversation is funnier than the movie we watched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you knew what I was talking about.
Bro, I know how your brain works. If it ain't pussy juice, it's the other thing, and I know exactly what that is. Yeah.
Booty juice. I'm a warrior. Every couple episodes is coming out. Oh man.
I prefer, some people like with jelly and syrup. I prefer jelly.
Man.
All right, final thoughts on The Bubble on Netflix.
Oh gosh. Like I said at the beginning, it was because of my settings, I liked it for the one-liners. So I'm not gonna change it. But final thoughts are, it's just a movie. Like, you might want to get high before you watch it.
Yeah.
You might find it a little more entertaining. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, I expected more from the director and the cast. My anticipation for the movie was actually kind of high just because of who was involved in the movie. And it's just like you said, it's just a movie. There's no real deep thought to it. There's no real, after you're done with the movie, you're not, the only thing I'm thinking is, hey, Hollywood people are crazy. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
And yeah, I guess everybody was off on their Saturday again. Like, you owe me a favor. Let's do this movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this director's making it. Oh, we're making a comedy. Okay, cool. Like, I'll do the movie and fuck it. Let's just go. Because I mean, if I was an actress or an actor, and they're like, oh, Judd Apatow's making a movie about making a movie and you get to play this crazy character and it's supposed to be like a really cool comedy, I might hop on just because I'm like, oh, that's the dude that made 40-Year-Old Virgin. That's the dude that made, Superbad. Like, let's go. Do you have?
I still have yet to watch Superbad. I'm gonna watch that.
You've never seen Superbad?
No,
bruh.
And look, and everybody talked about it. I'm pretty sure that's how Jonah Hill became who he is.
Yeah,
because I actually like him as an actor, so I'm gonna have to watch it.
You're gonna relate to it because that's like they capture the idea of like a high school friendship really fucking good.
Okay.
Like, do you have a favorite Judd Apatow movie?
I want to say no because I don't even know all his movies, so I really can't answer that question.
You ever seen Funny People? I think I told you about it a while back. I need you to log into my fucking my Google Play account because I own Funny People, but Funny People is starring Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. I never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, where like they play stand-up comedians, which is crazy because like so Judd Apatow, him and Sandler used to actually be roommates back in the day when they were both coming up as stand-up comics. And so it's a movie about stand-up comedians, but you would think a movie like that, it's all about the funny and the comedy behind it, but it's more about like kind of how fucked up stand-up comedy makes people. You got this one guy who's like coming up, Seth Rogen, who's coming up as a stand-up comedian, and you got Adam Sandler, who's fucking made tons of money and all this money, and like you just kind of see that like these people who are supposed to be the funniest people on earth, they got a lot of shit going on in their life that they're trying to deal with. And so that's why I really like that movie, because it's a real, to me, it's a real good case study on the people that are supposed to make you laugh. Like, some people, they say like, if you go through a lot of pain, if you can laugh at that, then you can be a really funny person. That's kind of what it is. Like, these people that have been through some shit can mine the hilarity out of it.
Gotcha.
Not like you.
Okay.
Yeah, you done been through a lot, but you can laugh at yourself.
So. Yeah, that's all I can do. I learned how to laugh at that shit a long time ago. Because it ain't gonna change. So fuck it. Like, find the joy in it.
But hey, what flavor is your ramen? Unleaded.
What? Look, I don't care what you say. What shit is you talk in? Look, in my struggles, I was still helping out other people. Everybody knew to go get the keys to the trunk of my car.
Shit.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. Once again, it is your boy Sarat, aka Makazi,
and your boy Chris Brown, aka Red Fort Delta. Y'all be good out there.
Yeah. I don't know about this movie, bro.